হ্যাঁ ইউটিউবে আছে, পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছে। হ্যাঁ যতবার ইচ্ছে দেখুন, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। Okay, so last week we have seen how we take care of the formatting and all this. Now, today I'll just show you a small piece of how we use this formatting in some other ways. Okay, like one way is, suppose I have item, quantity, price, amount. Okay, item is, let's say, apple, banana, now quantity here is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Price is, let's say, 200, 50, 80, 50, orange. Now, if I write the price here like this, rupees, what will be the price? 2000, right? Then I'll write rupees 750. Now I write rupees 1600. Now I write rupees 750. No, 1250. Rupees 3000. Right? Now, if I want to do an auto sum, I'll put it like this. Okay, but it will come up with an error. Correct? The reason is I have used rupees here. Rather, instead, if I had just directly used 2000, 750, 1600, that means what? If it is a number, then the system can easily do it. Correct? Isn't it? So when I do the sum, I will get this. Now, one way we can take care of this is, like if I go to the formatting here, I can go to custom, and here I can add any currency here like this. Okay. So for example, if I say, if I write a number here, which is 2000, it will become 2000. Okay. Or if I want to do a calculation 10 into 200, I will get this. And then when I drag it, I get the total. And if I do an auto sum now, the system will work properly. Okay. So even if I am using a rupee or any other dollar symbol, the value, the format of this remains a number. In this case, the format is a character. Why? That is why this one does not show you the total. Is this clear? So if you do it this way, then you get the rupee symbol or dollar or whatever you want to do, as well as this. Okay. So what did we do here? We selected the formatting of these numbers, went to the formatting. So you can go, you can just make it accounting from here also. Okay. You can go and change the accounting. And then there are certain currencies here which will be visible. You can choose the currency from here. See the currency? You can choose the currency also from here. Okay, so sure. See, this one is a number, right? With a number, now if I write rupees 2000, then the system considers the whole thing as a character. So it is not able to do a sum. Instead, what we can do is, like we have these numbers here, instead of general format, I will convert this into accounting. After accounting, I can choose any of the currencies from here. Euro, dollar, pound, Chinese, Japanese, or more accounting formats. You can get the accounting symbols from here. Accounting, and then you can choose different symbols, currency symbols from here. Not only rupee, other currencies, foreign currencies you can choose. The other option is you can go to the custom here, and from the custom you can choose these formats which are given here. Currency accounting. আপনি তো অন্য জায়গায় ক্লিক করে আছেন, যেখানে ক্লিক করবেন সেখানে আসবে। হ্যাঁ বলো। ইয়েস
স্যার একটা আনতে গেলে আরো একটু সাইন আছে কাস্টমার এখানে, তো বাকি সাইন গুলো কি করে মেটাবো? এখান থেকে না,
হ্যাঁ কাস্টমে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ওর ফরম্যাটিং এ কি হচ্ছে, ওর এইগুলো সরাতে গেলে এই যে সেমিকোলন দিয়ে ওর আলাদা আলাদা ফরম্যাট বলা আছে, নেগেটিভ পজিটিভ, এটা এমনি জাস্ট ক্লিক করে সরিয়ে দিলেও হবে। ওকে, কাস্টমটা একদম নিচেরটা। हेलो, क्या शो नहीं कर रहा है तुम्हारे में? अच्छा, एक बार शेयर करो। हाँ, मोर अकाउंटिंग फॉर्मेट्स में जाओ, तुम पहले नंबर लिखो, कुछ नंबर्स लिखो, जैसे मैंने दिखाया ना, नंबर्स लिखो। Now select them. Don't drag, don't drag. Control Z, Control Z. सिलेक्ट करो, शिफ्ट दबा के सिलेक्ट करो। हाँ, now do auto sum. Now change the change that to accounting and choose the currency. जाओ जाओ फिर से जाओ वहां पे। हाँ, ये सिंबल आएगा ना? नहीं नहीं, वहां से भी आएगा। अकाउंटिंग में जाओ वापस। मोर अकाउंटिंग फॉर्मेट्स, क्लिक ऑन द सिंबल। वहां पे देखो रुपी का सिंबल आएगा, क्लिक करो। क्लिक ऑन द सिंबल, क्लिक करो।
डॉलर ही दिख रहा है।
हाँ दिखेगा, वहां पे क्लिक करो एक बार, वो एरो पे क्लिक करो,
हाँ,
क्लिक करो एक बार,
ये
फिर से क्लिक करो, पूरा ड्रॉप डाउन आएगा तो।
आप डॉक्टर में आया था?
ओ मुझे नहीं दिख रहा है, अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है। INR वहां पे रूपी सिंबल नहीं आ रहा है,
यार,
ऊपर ऊपर नीचे देखो, ढूंढ लो ना थोड़ा सा।
क्या लिखा रहेगा रुपी?
हाँ वो जो अपना रूपी का र का जो सिंबल है ना, देखो मेरे स्क्रीन पे देखो, व्हेन आई गो हियर मोर, दिख रहा है मेरा स्क्रीन? एकदम ऊपर में देखो, नन के बाद में ही र है।
नन के बाद में मेरा डॉलर आ रहा है।
अच्छा फिर नीचे आओ, नीचे यहाँ पे देखो, असमीज, बंगाली, गुजराती, हिंदी, यहाँ पे सब र है।
क्या?
नीचे आ जाओ, स्क्रॉल डाउन करो। ठीक, okay everybody, all right, can you all see my screen again?
सर प्लीज गूगल फुल स्क्रीन।
Full screen?
स्पॉटलाइट का स्पॉटलाइट। यस
Can you see the full screen now?
यस, breaking point, yes. Yes,
Okay,
now it is.
okay. So this is one way how you can use these formats for your own benefit. Okay. The other options that you may have from time to time is that other day I was showing you the year. You can just show the year using the data format. Then you can also use different formats, the values and all those things. You can use different characters or different symbols based on how you want to show these values. Now these numbers also, if you see here, suppose somehow I want a minus sign. Okay. Now this minus sign that you see here, it can be minus 2000, or you can also change the format here. For example, if you go to number, you can choose to show it as red in color. Okay, minus with red or only red. Red means minus. Got it? This is another way to display the number. If you want to show positive or negative, sometimes you have to display them for people to see the difference, right? Blue, red, and all that. So in those cases, you can display this as red, or you can go here and you can also use the minus sign. So it will be minus with a negative number. In that case, this symbol will go away. You can't do the symbol, but the other option would be like if you want to use this like we were using the rupee or things like that, you can then okay. So this one here with a rupee, the problem is if you go and show this here, then if it is accounting, then this plus or minus sign will, colors will not come. If you want colors, then the negative numbers will not. Okay.
Selection the number
Select.
as per requirement.
As per requirement, depending on your situation, you can use them. Okay.
So my one is a bracket issue.
Bracket is shown. Yes, that is also possible. So when you go here, if you want to show something else, then you can choose these options. Negative numbers, here the option is with a bracket.
How to find the color? Color means color की already select करते हैं लेकिन color.
না রেড এরটাই ক্লিক করলে ও তখন মাইনাস হলে রেড হবে। মাইনাস করুন, -10 করে দিন ওটাকে, কোয়ান্টিটিটাকে।
আচ্ছা minus 10 এখানে কি করব?
না ওখানে 10 ভ্যালুতে নাম্বার 10 যেটা লিখেছেন না 10 বলে ওখানে 10 লিখেছে, ওটাকে মাইনাস করে দিন, -10 করে দিন। Okay. All right. Now today we will do a little bit of the about the formatting and all that. Lot of times when we have big files or big worksheets, we can get a huge worksheet with lots and lots of data, lots and lots of values. Okay. So that can be a problem when I want to display a lot of values. Let's say I have a value like this, where this entire thing is being shown, right? It's a big file. A lot of data is there. Now, if I went to do a print preview, everything will not come on one page, right? So there are like 32 pages here, different pages, different things are coming like that. Now, one way we can play around with this is, we go to page layout, there are different things here. One is orientation, means is it portrait or landscape? Landscape means whether it is wide or not. If it is wide, then you get more number of columns which will fit in here. You see this? More number of columns are fitting in here.
Inserting one page.
Correct. Now you can also fit the entire thing into one page. How? From here you can go to page setup. Then you can say adjust to, or you can say fit to. If you say fit to one page by one page, it will become very small. Of course, you can't even read it. So that may not be practical. So in that case, what you can do is, you can play around with this adjustment. It is 10%, instead make it 70%. So you will get this at 70% size. Now number of pages have also come down. It is now 14. But you can see 2 columns have gone on to the next page.
65.
Right. Now, one way is I can do that. Another way is there is a show margin over here. I click on show margin, and if I go to these previous pages, I can see there is extra space here. So what I can do is I can increase these margins. I can reduce the size of these columns. These are blank columns. So see, now these data is coming in. Now let's go and see how many pages. So just a little bit is left. So if I so you can reduce wherever there is space. From these, you can reduce it. You can make out, right? There is space here. So you can reduce this further. So now see these dates are coming in. Reduce this, make it small, reduce this further, reduce this. Okay. Now these columns have come in. Now this one, any other space that you can save, you can bring them in like this. Okay, this is like a trial and error. You can do this and keep seeing this. Got it? Now, when I go to this, when I do a print preview and I go to the next page or I go to other pages, then the problem is I can't always make out what value it is. So in that case, what I can do is I can go to the page setup sheet. There is a rows to repeat at top and columns to repeat on the left. So rows to repeat at top means what I can repeat at the top. And left column means what I want repeated on my left hand side. How does this help? Now, if I were to do a print preview, okay, then you will see every page will have the header. And every page on the left hand side will have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is easy for us to make out whose value we are playing with, whose value we are looking at, which value we are looking at. Understood, everybody? Now, what did we do here? Let me do something. Let me increase some pages. So what did we do here? I went here. I did print preview. Okay, print preview, and I can see the entire print preview on one page. If I want to play around with this, I can say how much percentage, I can make it smaller, bigger. This is one way. Another way is I can click on this show margin to show these margin markers. Okay, everybody. Now see, when I'm printing this, these additional things are also coming in my print preview. If I don't want this, then I can just select this table. Only this table is selected. I go to page layout, there is a print area. So I can set the print area. And then I do this. So only see now, only 7 pages have come in. Because the rest of those things are no longer selectable over here. So how did I select this? I clicked inside the table and I said Control A. Okay. Everybody okay?
टेबल सेलेक्ट कैसे करेंगे?
कंट्रोल ए करो, इस टेबल के अंदर क्लिक करो, कंट्रोल ए।
फिर पेज लेआउट।
ओके, अभी देखो। हाँ,
प्रिंट एरिया वाला कहाँ पे आया ऑप्शन?
इधर प्रिंट एरिया, ये पेज लेआउट, अंडर पेज सेटअप, प्रिंट लेयर एरिया। सो व्हाट यू
मैंने क्लिक करा है ना तो वो चीज आ नहीं रहा है।
क्यों? ये देखो ना, सेट प्रिंट एरिया।
16 पेजेस आ रहा है।
Set print area. Then if nothing is getting selected, do one thing, ये manually select कर लो।
नहीं वो कंट्रोल ए करके सेलेक्ट कर
हो गया, okay. Then set print area, then do print preview, 7 pages.
RP is equal to column or row of every page.
सब प्रिंट प्रीव्यू ना করতে না আসছে তারপর हाँ सर प्रिंट प्रीव्यू नहीं आ रहा है।
नहीं, ये देखो यहाँ पे ना क्विक एक्सेस टूल बार है, क्विक एक्सेस टूल बार, उसमें प्रिंट प्रीव्यू है, या फिर गो टू फाइल, देन गो टू प्रिंट, file print, that is another option.
Still 16 pages मतलब वो आप छोटा किया है।
दिखाओ इतना 16 क्यों आ रहा है? मैंने ये बीच वाला एक्स्ट्रा कॉलम डिलीट कर दिया है।
अरे मैंने 70% लिख किया था।
ओ नहीं, 70% के लिए नंबर ऑफ पेजेस घटेगा क्या? देखो,
हाँ 6 पेजेस हो गया।
ओके, चलो ठीक। Now you want to go back, then you can go and clear the print area, तो ओरिजिनल वाला क्लियर हो जाएगा। शादीन पेयोचो एटा प्रिंट प्रीव्यू
এডিটেবল হচ্ছে
কি হচ্ছে না?
এডিট করা যাচ্ছে।
হ্যাঁ, প্রিন্ট প্রিভিউ থেকে তো এডিট করতে পারবে না, প্রিন্ট প্রিভিউ থেকে তো দেখবার জন্য। and the other thing, এটা দেখে নিন যে
এই 16 পেজটা কি করে পাবো? এটা আর 16 পেজ আছে।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে একটা অপশন হচ্ছে এখান থেকে পেজ সেটআপে গিয়ে রিডিউস ইট টু 70%, ওটা কি 100%?
পেজ সেটআপে কোথায় যাচ্ছি? এটা আছে পেজ লেআউটের কোথায়?
এই যে এই কর্নারটায় ক্লিক করলে হবে, এই যে কোনো একটাতে ক্লিক করলে এই যে এইগুলো যখন আসে না, এই প্রিন্ট টাইলস, এই পুরো পেজ সেটআপটাই খুলে যায়, তখন পেজে গিয়ে করা যায়, অথবা এই ছোট্ট এখানে একটা অ্যারো আছে,
হ্যাঁ এটা পেজ দিয়েছি ওখানে 100% এ 70% করতে হবে।
আচ্ছা, এই পেজ সেটআপে মার্জিনস আছে। মার্জিনসে গেলে আমরা মার্জিন সাইড থেকে যা মার্জিন আছে, ওপর থেকে যা মার্জিন আছে, আই ক্যান রিডিউস ইট। আর একটা হয় এই সেন্টার অন পেজ, যখন আমি কোনো ছোট টেবিল নিয়ে ডিল করছি, ফর এক্সাম্পল টেবিল লাইক দিস, এটাকে যদি প্রিন্ট প্রিভিউ করি, it will be like right at the top. So I can go to page setup, margins, I can say center horizontally. Then what will happen? This will move to the middle. Then I can do center vertically. Say okay. Then it will come in the middle. Okay? हाँ, header में आता हूँ. Header में आता हूँ.
আমরা যে সিলেক্ট করলাম
হ্যাঁ,
সাইড আর আপার দুই পেজে দেখালাম।
স্যার এটা তো পেজ সেটআপেও আছে।
এটা তো পেজ সেটআপই, পেজ সেটআপ।
70% করতে গেলে
হ্যাঁ,
প্রিভিউতেও গিয়ে নিচে পেজ সেটআপও
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, একই জায়গায় তো, ওইটা তো একই জায়গায় নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। এই পেজটা is accessible from two different places. You can come to print page setup, but print page setup what happens? কিছু কিছু জিনিস is read only. Those you can't change. But if you come from here, then everything is editable. Like suppose you want to print rows to repeat at top. Okay, rows to repeat at top. If you want to repeat on every page, click on this. Columns to repeat at left. If you want to repeat it on the left, you click on the column. Page setup sheet. Okay, rows to repeat at top and columns to repeat at left. With a small page, you may not be able to see it. So instead, what you can do is increase this. And then when you do a print preview, you will see that those are coming. On every page, the whole thing is getting. So print area we have seen, break is the page break for the printing. When you click on a page break, that means only that much will be printed on each page. Suppose you want only till Apple. You don't want this. So here you can say page break, insert page break. So you see this broken line has come. That means only the first part will come on one page. Okay. Everything else will come on the second, third, fourth, fifth page after that. Got it? In this Excel, I have so much of data on one table. So instead of printing the whole table, I just want to print this part on one page. This has all most of my correct data. Let's say this is duplicated data and incorrect data, whatever data, I don't want this. Then what I can do, I can insert a break at this point of time. Remove page break. And you will see one dark line, broken line will come here. See this dark line? That means that is the page break. What is page break? Only one page will be printed. Yeah, per page. Wherever that break is coming, till that point, whatever is there will come on one page. For example, if I remove this, remove. I go and put a page break over here. Then I will see on this much of data. Okay, additional oranges are also coming. Previously, that was not coming.
Change the page break. The area of page break.
You can change the area of the page break, remove the page break, delete, that is delete the page break, reset all the page breaks. You can do all of that. Okay. Lastly, I come to the header. So for the header part, I go to the page setup again, go to header and footer. Microsoft has given some header and footer, which I can use. For example, it will say who prepared it, on what date, what page number, or if I want to say name of the confidential, date, page number. At the bottom footer, I want some predefined ones. Let's say name, page 1 is already here.
Okay.
Let's say I want the name of the file. Where is that file kept? Or path of that file. Who prepared it? All those things can be printed. Lot of companies you will find when they print a document, they will say prepared by.
Right.
Right? Just to keep track of who has painted it. But now you see page 1 is coming on both of them. You may not like it. You can go to custom footer or custom header and remove them. After you remove, you want to insert a picture. So you can come here, insert picture. You can put a company logo. You can put some other pictures depending on what you want to do. So my logo will get selected over here.
I can do it in left or right.
Yes, wherever I want, I can do it. And when I do print preview, I'll be able to see this. Got it, everybody? I'll show you one more time. See, I go to page setup. I go to header and footer. Header and footer has some pre-printed ones. If I don't need this, I can say none. So no pre-printed, pre-formatted will come. Instead, I will use custom header. There I will go and I want to say the name of the file, let's say, or insert file path, insert file name. So this is the name of the file. I want to say the sheet name and I want to insert. If you remember, in some places it is written, in some places it is written page 1 of. So this is page of pages. Okay. So what will happen? It can show date and time also. Now see page 1 of 1. So page 2 of 2 or 1 of 2, 2 of 2. Yes, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. Okay. So
it's automatically generated.
Yes, the sequence is automatically generated. You can put the sheet name, file name, path name, depending on how you want it to be used. Okay, everybody. All right. Please go ahead, try this. Yes. Put a logo, put some page numbers. Yes.
Sir, একটা জিনিস ওই যে small data excel এ ওই আপনি দেখালেন না যে প্রিন্টটা পেজের মাঝখানে নিয়ে আসা বা সাইডে নিয়ে আসা ওই জায়গাটা আরেকবার দেখাবেন
হ্যাঁ, sure. Let's say I only want this much. Okay. I'll say print area is this. Set print area. Then I will use print page preview. So here now it is in the middle. I go to page setup. And here you will find margins horizontally, vertically. And once you do, suppose I don't want this, the normal thing, you will get the normal way. Right at the top. Or if you want to change it, you can go to margins or footer. You can do both horizontally or vertically. Got it?
हेडर का साइज कैसे
कौन सा?
तो वो हेडर का साइज कैसे अपडेट होता है
Header in
साइज
ও এটা কিছু করা যাবে না। Only way you can try and control this is when you go to this margins.
Yes,
See,
margins
there
are
is
changed
a
and
header
header
margin and there is a footer margin. That is the max that you can do.
change the header margin or footer margin, the sizing will change. So a sheeted pattern that is sheet. এর ওখানে $1 ওটাকে আমার এখানে করছি সিলেক্ট করে নিতে হবে তো এই শীটটা পুরো
না দরকার নেই। ওখানে ক্লিক করুন, টেবিলটায় ক্লিক করুন।
এখানে ক্লিক করে
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আপনি আগে সিলেক্ট করে দিন, আপনার জন্য বেটার। তারপরে হেডারে যান, যেটা রিপিট করতে চাইছেন সাইডে।
আমি ওই হেডার না আমি চাইছি দুটো সাইডে যেমন লেফট সাইড রাইট সাইড নাম্বার যেটা করছি
কোথায় গেল আপনার ডেটাটা? তো থাকতে হবে।
এই অ্যামাউন্ট থেকেই প্রত্যেকটা শিটে চাইছি
তো আপনাকে তো দিতে হবে অ্যামাউন্টটা, তাহলে আপনাকে কপি করে অ্যামাউন্টটা ফেলতে হবে না?
আচ্ছা এই অ্যামাউন্ট ডিফারেন্স প্রাইস এটাকে সিলেক্ট করব দেন
হ্যাঁ
আমি শিট এই সিলেক্ট এভরিবডি দেখতে পেয়েছি
করুন।
ওকে
না আপনাকে তো কোনটা আপনি এভরি রোতে দেখুন ওখানে কি দেয়া আছে, আমার স্ক্রিনটায় দেখুন কোনখানে দেয়া আছে।
$1 সেকেন্ডটা আমার এখানে
ओके हाँ
दोनों के बीच में एक कॉलम इंसर्ट करना पड़ेगा कैसे करें?
दोनों के बीच में
अगर कोई दो ऐसे कॉलम है उसके बीच में एक कॉलम इंसर्ट करना
ओ ये सिलेक्ट करो, इंसर्ट कॉलम कर दो।
I cannot see in sheet, but I can see it in
Preview.
preview.
Okay. Now, let's see. I have a data which was given to me like this. Okay. Amount and let's say currency total and I'll say functional total. This data that you see here, it has lot of rows over here. Now, if I want to highlight or if I want to do some coloring of this, it will become a bit difficult because this each one is a row. So what I can do is, best way is, I will first select this data and then I will convert this data into a table. So I go to insert and there is a table here. If you say my table has headers, that means my top row is there. And then I say okay. Now see the coloring has come by default. If I want to change the color, I bring my cursor here. System will automatically highlight the color and I can choose the one that I like. Most of them, they are variations of the color. Okay. Now, the other advantage is when I make it a table, if I click inside the table, I get this table design. And if I don't want these filters and all that, I can switch it off. Filter buttons, I can switch off. Or even if it is one, I can go to data and switch off the filter from here.
Select and then see table.
Yes. Now, if I want to look at this table design, there is a lot of properties here like header row, total row. What does total row do? Total row, if I click on it, the last column will be summed up and the total value will be inserted over here. Always when you do this, ensure your table design is enabled. How will this be enabled? By clicking on the table. These alternate rows that you see are colored blue, white. That is like a banded. We call it banded rows. So here you see banded rows. If I don't want it, I can click the banded rows will go away. If I click this, I get banded columns. That means alternative columns are colored. If I do banded rows and
table design টা এটা কোন এ থেকে আছে হোমে গেলাম তারপর
no, not home. Click on the table. Have you created your table?
yes.
Okay, then click on the table. This will automatically come. I am on home, right? Then I go to insert. I insert my table. After inserting my table, this table design will come. Okay.
Exactly, table design.
এই যে coloring, তারপরে আপনার presentation, সুন্দর presentation, coloring চলে এলো, banded rows চলে এলো. And there is one more advantage. Normally what we do is we do filters, right?
Right.
How do we do filters? We go to data and switch on filters. What is the purpose of filter? I want to see only apples. So I can see only apples here.
Yeah.
Correct?
এটা আমি জানি, এগুলো কোন-
Right. Now with the table,
A to Z bit, like, A to Z.
I can sort it, I can do those. Now with the table, there is a new feature which they have introduced called as slicer. Slicer is like a filter which I can insert in my table and I can have it like this. It's a nice looking filter, you can say. So if I click on table, I go to table design, insert slicers. ওকে, আপনি আগে দেখে নিন, আপনি করতে গিয়ে না এদিকেও থাকেন না ওইদিকেও আপনার কনফিউশন আছে, আপনি আগে দেখে নিন তারপরে আবার বলে দেবো। So now I go to table design, I click on insert slicer. I can choose what things I want as a slicer. Let's say I want the item, so the unique values of the item will be displayed here. Now see, how does this work? Suppose I want to see apple, I click on apple, I will get the value of apple. I want banana also, I'll get banana. I want orange, I'll get all the oranges. Suppose I want multiple values, then I'll click apple, I'll click banana, and I will untick orange. So apple and banana both will come. Clear, everyone? And see, the total is like that, minus 2000 plus 750 minus 1250.
Also in total, bottom the line.
Yes, I want to remove the filter. I can remove the filter. Oh, thank you. I can remove the filter.
How does that total product?
How does the total? See, what did I do? From the table design, I went and put a total row here. See the total row? Okay.
এটা খুব ভালো থাকে না। স্যার, back করতে গেলে কিন্তু এগুলোতে back করতে হবে।
ব্যাক করার কিছু নেই, বাইরে ক্লিক করুন, ও থেকে যাবে। ব্যাক করে কোথায় যেতে চাইছে? ও, ওখান থেকে আপনি রিমুভ করে দিন, এই ফিল্টারটা রিমুভ করে দিন। এই যে আপনি ফিল্টারটা বলছেন,
এটা আমরা, এটা হচ্ছে
স্লাইসার।
click any table, then table design. Table design. Then insert slider.
ওকে,
স্যার আইটেমটা করতে কাছে একবার দেখান তো দেখানো হয়েছে।
আইটেমটা তো যেটা আমি স্লাইসারে চুজ করেছি, এই যে এখান থেকে I go to table design, insert slicer. Then a slicer is showing me the list of columns. I choose the item from here. Then my slicer will come.
I'll try more than that.
Now let me go to that other table that I have. See this is a bigger table. So let me put a slicer over here. Okay. Now when I put a slicer over here, if I want to put a slicer, I have the table design. I go to insert slicer. Now see, I get all the columns here. Customer name, sales rep, item, item type. Usually we don't put it on quantity, but you can put it on quantity also. So now you will get multiple slicers. Got it?
অন্য পেজে কি স্লাইসার থেকে নিয়ে যেতে হবে? তো অন্য
কিন্তু অন্য শিটে গেলে ডেটাটা তো এখানে থাকবে, আমি তো দেখতে পাবো, লাভ নেই তো। এই যে অ্যামেরি ট্রেড করলাম, অ্যামেরি ট্রেডের তো ডেটাটা এখানে, তো আমার অন্য পেজে স্লাইসার করে তো লাভ নেই।
না, ডেটাটাই থাকলো একটা শিটে, আমি স্লাইসারের সমস্ত গুলো দেখবো।
হ্যাঁ, তো স্লাইসারে দেখে আপনি করবেন কি, এটা তো ফিল্টার, ডেটাটা যদি না দেখতে পান আপনার তো লাভ নেই। ধরুন অ্যামেরি ট্রেডের ফার্নিচার, এই got it everybody? Like this quantity also you want to see who have sold 4, who have bought 4 quantities. You can select multi-select 4, 5, 6 people above 4 who have bought between 4 to 6. Got it? Now each slicer also can have their own design. You can have different colors. Just to highlight them, or like this one is less. So what you can do is you can make it smaller. How? Here number of columns is 1. Number of columns is 1. How many 5 values are there? Maybe I will make this 3 columns and then make it bigger like this. Depends on my choice, what I need, where I need. Okay, or sometimes I might want to put it on top of my so I can drag this and put it over here. Okay, the position is up to me, where do I want it? Suppose I want office supplies, I'll get office supplies. I want furniture, I'll get furniture, computer supplies, services, software products. So I get all these values as per my need. Aman and Sadin, okay?
স্লাইসার ডিজাইন করে একটা
Got it, sir.
Okay. Click on slicer, you will get the slicer design. Now try this out.
I think actually we have chat GPT.
Yes.
Older version also have that.
Yeah. You have to actually have this one here. Go to home, then insert and usually it is there in the insert. একটু insert এ জানতো insert, there'll be one which says add-ons over here. Okay, this add-on is not coming. If you see the add-on one. So you can search for, if you want any chat GPT related things, you can search for the add-ins. Okay. And then you can say AI related ones. So you can say AI. So you have AI aided formula editor, formula bot. This is like chat GPT for Excel. And then you have to add it. Got it? See here. And then you have to add. Some of these actually ask for license also. Some of these are free with some ads in it.
So
So
how we do the add-ins?
here from insert, you can go to insert also. Go to insert, there'll be a section for get add-ins. I'm not thinking insert again. Add-on, add-ins. Do you have add-ins here?
Online, this online.
Add-ins require you to be online, okay?
Design. Insert slide. Then
मेरे में नहीं आ रहा है.
अच्छा, अगर नहीं आ रहा है तो गो टू फाइल एंड चेक इधर गेट एड-इन्स में है क्या?
नहीं है.
नीचे एड-इन्स, गेट एड-इन्स. So you will get my add-ins and store. Store is where you will get everything.
तो आगे नहीं है. आगे नहीं है. Option. नहीं है. तो add-ins.
slicer designed slicer element. Then
দেখুন একটা ক্লিক করুন আর লার্নিং শুরু.
Add-ins आ नहीं है.
একবার শো करो कौन सा वर्जन है तुम्हारा?
2016.
एक बार तुम्हारा ये मेन में कर दो.
Add-ins नहीं दिख रहा है.
गो टू बैक करो. इंसर्ट में भी यहाँ पे ये स्क्रीनशॉट के नीचे आएगा एडिंग्स करके, और हाँ, और अच्छा हाँ ठीक है, गो टू फाइल, गो टू फाइल, go to options, go to customize ribbon, यहाँ पे देखो एड-इन्स पे टिक्ड है,
ये
राइट हैंड साइड वाला, हाँ। इसका मतलब देखो, तो उसको ड्रैग करके इंसर्ट के अंदर नीचे ला सकते हो।
मतलब वो वाला चीज को ड्रैग करके,
हाँ, वो वाला चाहिए।
ये यहाँ से ड्रैग करके,
हाँ, करो, होगा।
नहीं नहीं
अच्छा, नहीं, एक मिनट मैं देखता हूँ मेरे इधर होगा। यहाँ पे देखो, ये जो एड-इन्स है ना, कैन यू सी माई स्क्रीन?
यस
You go to customize the ribbon, go to all tabs,
सॉरी और टैब्स
hmm.
और टैब्स इंसर्ट
Insert में add-ins होगा, click on add-ins and say add.
आइडेंटिटी में क्लिक किया है, उसके बाद
यहाँ पे click this add button.
हाँ ऐड में क्लिक किया सर,
हाँ, ओके का इधर दिखना चाहिए, अंडर insert add-ins, say okay. यहाँ पे देखो ये add-in, लेकिन ये blank आ गई, ये add-ins आया है लेकिन ये blank।
नहीं दिख रहा।
मेरे इसमें लास्ट वीक तक आ रहा था, पता नहीं अचानक क्या हुआ इसमें। That's how I installed this AI aided formula bar actually.
सर ये शायद हेल्पफुल है, तो ये आपने
तुम खुद नहीं समझोगे ना तो वहां उसको क्या बोलोगे?
ठीक है
तो ये वो लोग ऐसे ही इसका, अभी क्या है, ये वेरी हॉट इन द मार्केट, तो लोग तो बात का बतंगड़ बना रहे हैं। अरे, जब तक तुम उसको नहीं समझाओगे कि क्या चाहिए।
सर, आपके में आ गया सर, होम पेज में आया, देखिए होम पेज में आइडेंटिटी।
हाँ, ये एड-इन्स आया है। ओके,
ओके सर,
अच्छा, so coming back to slicers, everybody okay with slicers? Now, if you
Yes, sir.
were to draw a chart, let's say I have a chart like this, I want to draw a chart. So what I will do is I'll quickly go and select my table, and then I will say insert recommended chart. and let's say a chart like this. So I get something like this.
Sir, do the full script.
Oh, it's not full screen.
আরেকবার দেখান।
Is it now full screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let's say I go to this data and I want to insert any chart. Okay, I go to recommended chart. So I get a count. And where do I want to insert it? I want to insert it over here. Okay. And I'll get a data like this. Okay. Now, this was a summary chart. So I don't want a summary chart. I want a simple chart. So I will go to insert something like this. Arre baapre.
স্যার অনেক ডেটা আছে না। স্যার কোনো স্মল টেবিলে যাবে মানে
Now from here, what I will do is I will remove some of these data by clicking on select data. There is just one series. So I can remove all these series data. Okay, this is a much smaller data. So I'll select this, insert the chart. It's something like this. Okay. And in this is also my table. So I will go and if it is not a table, I'll convert this into a table. So it becomes a table. And I'll insert a slicer. So slicer is, let's say, department-wise slicer. Now, when I click on this slicer in HR, my graph is also changing. Yes. You see this? If I want marketing, I get data for Danny and Sim. If I want sales data, I will get Soya and Kony. I want sales data and marketing data, so I'll get both.
Wait,
Got it?
Search the data.
Yes. So you can use the slicer to control your chart also. This is called as chart. So you can control the chart also by using your slicer. So I have all of this. I want only HR. So I get only HR related data. My table is getting filtered and my chart is getting filtered. Got it? This concept we use in dashboards. So when I say I want a summary of my data, what I can do is I can have a new sheet, or I can click on this. I can move chart. I can move it to a new sheet also. I can say chart 2. Okay. And from here, I can cut this chart 2 and paste it on this. Depending on where I want it actually, basically. Suppose I don't. You can do the copy also. So suppose I'll show you one more time. Suppose I have this data. I remove the filter. So I have my full data now. I insert my chart.
Insert data, then insert chart.
Yes. And I copy the chart. Copy the chart and I can put it insert new sheet and paste it over here. So this sheet I can call as a dashboard. So, I have dashboard 2. Okay. Now where I have this data validation, this table is there. So what I can do, I can insert a slicer over here with the department, let's say, or manager, whoever I want, whatever slicers I want. So I now have 2 slicers, one slicer, paste it over here. Another slicer, manager, cut, paste it over here. So I click on HR, my data changes. I want HR and marketing, I get both here. Got it, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So when we talk about dashboards, dashboard is nothing but a summary of the information that I'm showing in one single place. It can come from multiple sheets. I consolidate it and put it in one single place. Now, when I have a chart like this, let's say a chart like this, one way to create a chart is I select the table. I go to insert. There are different types of charts here. If I want a line chart, I can go and directly create a line chart like this. Okay. Or I want a bar chart. I will go and click here and get it like this.
Right.
Okay.
So if I have more data, but we huge data, what I do?
Then also you can do. You can select all this. Then you have to be clear actually what you do. Then when you want to insert a data, best option is first go to recommended chart. In the recommended chart, Excel will tell you which is a suitable chart for your style of data. So whichever chart you like, choose that. Got it? Now from here, every chart has 3 things. One is the layout, one is the color, one is the chart style. Chart style is actually nothing but a combination of color and the layout along with the chart elements. So what I am doing, suppose I click on this chart style, the entire style will change. You see this? I don't have to do anything. Another option is I can go to these individual chart elements and control the axis. Like axis means x-axis, y-axis. So it will say horizontal, vertical. Axis title. Title is this axis title. Suppose I want primary. So this is the axis title. So I can say here employee ID. Got it? Then I want a chart element, data label. Data labels are the names that I'm seeing inside, outside, inside end, center, data call out. So different ways I can see my data labels. That is what is the value. Data table. Data table means whatever data I am using, that can be displayed along with my chart. So my chart and data, both of them go together. Grid lines, if I want to show grid lines, these are the background. You can see the grid lines. Legend. Legend is the color. What is the meaning of each color? This is one. Along with this, they have also given something as quick layout. What is layout? Layout shows you the display of the chart. See, the salary is now at the top. This is without the legend. This is with the salary. Got it?
So, কিভাবে যাচ্ছে করে দিচ্ছে চার্ট ডিজাইন
First is your data. See, the simplest way would be if you just use your function key F11. You select the data and do function key F11. Excel will automatically create your chart for you. That is the simplest way.
F11
Yes. First, select your data. Select the entire data and then do F11, function key F11.
F11
হ্যাঁ,
আর F11 মানে উপর
আগে ডেটাটা সিলেক্ট করুন। You can now try this on your own, Shadin and Aman. Select your data and then do function key F11. System will automatically generate a graph for you.
F11 is
Done? Okay. Now, another option is you select the data, go to insert, and then go to recommended charts. From there, whichever chart you want to see, you can use select from recommended chart, or you can go to all chart and select the one that you want.
স্যার এই যে আলাদা শীটে আমরা নিয়ে যাচ্ছি চার্টটাকে ফাংশনে
F11 দিয়ে, হ্যাঁ।
ডিক্লেয়ার করে ওটা স্যার তো চার্টে রাইট ক্লিক করে আপনি আগে দেখালেন তো সেম জিনিসটাই তো রাইট
হ্যাঁ, মুভ চার্ট। ওখানে আমি কি করছিলাম, চার্টটাকে আগে এক্সিস্টিং শিটে বানিয়ে নিলাম, তারপরে রাইট ক্লিক করে মুভ চার্ট করলাম।
আচ্ছা আর এখানে ডিরেক্টলি আমরা
ডাইরেক্টলি ও নিজে থেকে করে দিচ্ছে।
নেক্সট শিটে
হ্যাঁ,
ও আমি সেকেন্ড শিটটা তো বানাইনি সিলেক্ট
ডেটাটা সিলেক্ট করে then go to insert chart, recommended charts, you will get the charts. Now see, when I do this recommended chart and I suppose I have created this, I can see the numbers here. What numbers are they? The employee ID. Now, instead of the employee ID, suppose I don't want employee ID, I can just drag it and exclude it from here. Or if it doesn't work, select this column and then do a function key F11. I'll get the names of the people. Got it? And then I can choose different layouts here. Got it?
সেম পেজই বানাবেন। আমি নেক্সট পেজে এই সেকেন্ড পেজে চলে যাব। ফার্স্ট সাইজ সিলেক্ট, ফার্স্ট সিলেক্ট আমি এখানেও কন্ট্রোল এস দিয়ে সিলেক্ট করে না
Control A.
কন্ট্রোল এ F11, F11, that means only F11, F11. তারপর নেক্সট সিটি কে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি স্যার F11 না, কন্ট্রোল এ, ওয়ান control A, selection, then F11, only F11.
Function key F11.
That's function key. কারণ এই Fn
আপনার কিবোর্ডে যেটা ব্যবহার করেন এটা তো কিবোর্ড টু কিবোর্ড ভ্যারি করবে। আপনার
আচ্ছা।
কিবোর্ডে যেটা আছে সেটা আপনি ইউজ করবেন।
ফাংশন কি মানে Fn কে ফাংশন কি কোনটা?
ফাংশন এই যে F11 হয়।
ও আচ্ছা, ওখানে F11। সেকেন্ড পেজে তো গিয়ে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যাঁ, F11 করুন। ওটা আপনার কি F দিয়ে না Fn দিয়ে, কোনটা দিয়ে? F11। Okay, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Now see, I have a table where I have department, number of employees, average salary. If I want to create a chart out of this, I can select, let's say, first department name, number of employees, and then I will do F11. So my chart gets created. Right? Now, if I want the chart along with my data, I can paste it over here. So my chart will show. Okay,
So now we have to paste and copy paste.
copy paste, simple copy paste. Now I initially created department and number of employees. Now I want to include the salary also. So rather than deleting and recreating, what I can do is this corner square is there. I can just drag it and include it. So it will become, the chart will become like this.
ওখানে কিছু না হলেও পুরো ব্যাপারটাকে আমি ইনক্লুডিং করে দিচ্ছি যে কোনো কিছু ডেটা তাহলে থাকলে আমি এখানে ডেটা ইনকর্পোরেট করলেও তো করা যাবে
Now see, in my chart, everybody please listen. In my chart, I have number of employees, average salary. But the number of employees is not showing the blue line. Can you tell me why? Any idea why it is not showing?
Because the final result to that salary.
Yes, the numbers are very small when compared to the salary. And the scale is like this. If I increase the number from, let's say, 200 to 2000, immediately this line comes. That means it is there, but because of the data, it is not coming. Okay. Now, everybody, please watch. How can we overcome this? I click on the graph. I go to chart design, change chart type. There is a chart type which we call as combo chart, which is a combination chart. Combination of two types of chart. One chart is number of employees or average salary, let's say. I want on clustered column. Number of employees I want on line. And then I click on secondary axis. So what will happen? I will get two axes. One axis is 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Another axis is 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, so on. And my number of employees is a line chart, whereas salary is a bar chart. Okay. Column chart. Understood, everybody?
Shall we go there and
Change chart type. All charts at the bottom, there is combo chart. Okay, try it now.
this chart type option.
Yes.
Chart type, how is the chart type?
So here you have the drop down.
There.
Here at the bottom, see the combo chart.
So it's the chart type, how will you open this box?
Here I clicked on change chart type. Under chart design, change chart type. First, you have to make the chart. Huh?
Then we'll click on custom combination.
No, combo.
Yeah, combo and then custom combination.
Here, this part. Yes, yes. You can go to any one of them. Any one of them you can click.
Chart design.
Yes.
Chart design. Let's do that.
Then click on change chart type. Change chart type.
Change chart. এখানে যদি ওই নাম্বারের এমপ্লয় চেঞ্জ করে দিই সেহেতু ব্লু লাইনস ইজ ডাউন দ্য লাইন এবার আমি এখানে নাম্বার অফ চেঞ্জ যদি এমপ্লয় চেঞ্জ করে দিই এখানে স্যার এখানে চেঞ্জ করলে অটো চেঞ্জ করে দিই
হ্যাঁ, ওই জন্য তো এটাকে কম্বো চার্ট করলে আর ওই চেঞ্জ করতে হয় না ভ্যালুটা। ওখানে গিয়ে কম্বো চার্ট করতে হবে।
chart design. Seven. Number of employee. এখানে নাম্বার অফ এমপ্লয়িটা শো কেন করছে
এই যে আপনাকে তখন এইগুলো দিয়ে দিয়ে করতে হবে। এই যে এইগুলো দেখালাম, কোনোটাতে হয়তো দেখাচ্ছে এই যে উপরে চলে যায় এইগুলো, বা কুইক লেআউট আছে, এই যে কুইক লেআউটে দেখাচ্ছে।
ওকে,
এইগুলোর জন্যই তো এইগুলো। আর নালে ম্যানুয়ালি এখান থেকে আপনাকে অ্যাড করতে হবে এই চার্ট এলিমেন্টস, অ্যাক্সেস টাইটেল, ডেটা লেবেল করলেই দেখাবে।
আচ্ছা এটা হচ্ছে এমপ্লয়ি রাইট হ্যান্ডে, নাম্বার অফ এমপ্লয়ি ইজ ব্লু কালার আর নাম্বার অফ এভারেজ স্যালারি ইজ এ আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড স্যার, লিখে রাখতে হবে।
Shadina Naman, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now see, when I am doing these type of charts, I can also create a chart which we call as a line chart. When multiple numbers are there, usually if there is only one parameter, something like this, then I will use a pie chart. Okay, pie chart can be like this, or it can be like, it's called a donut chart and stuff like that. Okay. Now the donut chart size can also increase, decrease based on number of employees. Okay. So this kind of changes are automatically reflected based on your data. Now, if I select this one more time, I go to insert, I go to recommended chart, system will automatically show me which is the best type of chart to use. So I can use what the system is recommending, or I can choose my own customize. To do the customized thing, I will go to these directly, or I will go to this recommended chart and then go to all chart types, all charts. From here, individually, I can click on each chart and like use the one that I want. Like you have these bubble charts here. Bubble charts are nice to show the size. You see the size, from the size you can make out this is big. Okay. If I want all three, then it becomes a bit difficult to understand what type of chart to use. Then you can use directly go and either create your combo chart, or you can choose individual line wise also. You can, multiple lines are there because numbers are there. So you can see number of charts are there. Now see here, number of employees and average salary is coming like this. You can switch the row and column. So there is a line for number of employees. There is a line for average salary.
So this is all the presentation.
Yes, all about presentation and in what format you want to show the data. It is all based on your requirement. Now, sometimes you may get a data like this also. Okay, let's say I have something like this. Now, what do you think is the best type of chart to use here? Can you tell me, anyone? What is the best type of chart to use here? Hmm?
Location.
Which chart? Tell me, look at your list of charts and tell me.
Right.
Which one?
That by
No, pi will not work here because I have two variables, region and state. If I just do with state and region, this is fine. Then pie chart is best. If I have region and state, see, region and state, they are related, isn't it? So for that, the best type of chart here is called as a sunburst chart. Sunburst. So if I go here, you will see there is one chart here like this. Sunburst.
Where is it?
So see, north, what are the states? South, what are the states? East, what are the states? And the size of this is dependent on your number.
Right.
If you want any kind of data labels or you want a legend, so your legends are shown here. Got it?
So if we want to show that number,
Yeah. Change the layout.
More layout, you can go first.
Go to insert chart.
Insert chart.
Yeah. अपना table and data type incomplete.
Oh,
Try this, everyone. And just like sunburst, there is also another one called as tree map. Tree map is just above sunburst. That one also shows you a breakup in terms of the colors. South, east, north, west.
first I select the data,
Yes,
then go insert,
yes.
then
Sunburst. Insert chart.
recommend.
Go there. You can go to all charts also and you will find it out.
First numbers.
Yes.
In the color, background, whatever we want.
Hmm.
And if I can do more numbers, more chart, then I can.
Okay.
But I can incorporate at least more data, including this how many. মানে এর মধ্যে আমি আরো ধরুন কিছু দেখাবো
হ্যাঁ ঢুকিয়ে দিন ডেটাটা আগে টেবিলে ঢোকান টেবিলে লিখতে হবে
টেবিলে লিখেছি লিখে এটাকে আবার এই সানগ্লাস
Okay, everyone. Nadine and Aman done.
Yes, sir.
এই চারটাকে স্যার কি বলে সান
Sunburst. Okay, are you both done? Aman, are you done? Done. Do the tree map.
Tree map.
Like this one.
আমাদের পরের ডেটা গুলো দেখছি না কেন? এটা সিলেক্ট করলাম
কটা আছে দেখে নিন।
নর্থ দুটো, ইস্টের তিনটে, সাউথের দুটো। আমি যেটাই করছি, এখানে আমি একটা এরিয়া দিয়েছি, এটা অ্যামাউন্ট দিয়েছি, আবার এরিয়া রেখে আমি এটা অ্যাডিশনাল টোটাল সিলেক্ট করলাম, দেন গো টু ইনসার্ট রেকমেন্ডেড পিকচার, দেন ট্রি ম্যাপ, দেন ওকে, done. There is not show amount or area.
Right. ঠিক আছে।
How can I get where the problem?
কি পাবো? এটা লেআউট থেকে দেখতে হবে, কুইক লেআউটে যদি থাকে তাহলে পাবেন, বা ওই অ্যাড চার্ট এলিমেন্টস এ গিয়ে, এই যে আমার এখানে যেরকম নাম্বারস দেখাচ্ছে,
হ্যাঁ, এটাকে আমি
চার্ট কুইক লেআউটে যান।
quick layout. Insert it, na? Quick layout.
না, চার্টে আছে।
Chart design. এটা রিজিয়ন আর স্টেটটাকে নিচ্ছে না, সিলেক্ট করছে না। রিজিয়ন স্টেট ছাড়া বাকি দুটোকে সিলেক্ট করছি।
না, ওইটার হিসেবেই তো নাম্বারস গুলো দিয়েছে।
ও,
বক্স করে
আইসি, কিন্তু এরিয়া গুলো আমি বার পেলাম না, এরিয়াটা পাচ্ছি না।
ওটাই কার্সারের সঙ্গে হয়তো লাগানো থাকবে।
Point east. Okay, West Bengal, value 1000. কিন্তু আর লোকেশনটা এই এরিয়াটার উপরে,
এই
এরিয়া আমি কিছু ইনকর্পোরেট করেছি।
ওইটা এর ভেতরে, তাহলে আপনাকে ওটা অ্যামাউন্টের আগে দিতে হবে।
ও,
Okay. Now see, along with this chart type, there are different types of charts like bar chart, area chart. Okay. You can have different types of area chart to display the XY scatter diagram,
yes. Also
bubble
incorporate-
chart.
already
Yes, already bubble chart, map. Now there is also something called as the map chart. In the case of map chart, you have to select a state. You can't have multiple. the variable that you're selecting, state or city, district, zip code, pin code, that has to be a commonly known thing. So for example, I go to map, I go to this map, see our states are highlighted here. The colors scheme is like this. From here also, chart style, you can choose a different style of chart. Yes. So you can change the color also. You can change. Try this now.
सर मैप को ऑप्शन दिया
मैप का ऑप्शन नहीं है.
हाँ
It depends on the version also. You will see the map either here, or if you go to all charts, you can see map here.
मैप उधर ले लेंगे एरिया
इधर बाजू में देखो तो तुम्हारे वर्षन में यहाँ पे बाजू में मैप्स है. इधर
हाँ 3D मैप से लोडी हो जाए
ये 3D मैप्स में हैंग हो जाता है. Shadeen, do you have maps on your Excel?
No sir, नहीं है वो.
Which version of Excel are you using?
16, but it is my office laptop.
Oh,
It's
okay.
restricted.
Check. Now you can also use like country, or you can use,
ऐसे वाले 3D मैप्स को ऐसे आ रहा है 3D मैप में,
आ रहा है?
ऐसे आ रहा है, देखिए स्क्रीन पे।
ओके, हाँ ठीक है। यू कैन ये लोकेशन 75%, इसको जूम कर सकते हो। नॉट टू बैड।
प्लेस कैसे करेंगे? ठीक है ना?
हाँ दिख रहा है, देखिए। क्लोज करो। क्लोज करने से रह रहा है कि चला जा रहा है?
कैसे होगा?
अच्छा, एक मिनट मैं ही देखता हूँ।
पूरा ऐसे हो जा रहा है।
हम्म।
हेलो।
कैसे बात करें?
हम्म। See, in this case, suppose I have 10,000. Can you see my screen?
করে দিচ্ছি একটা মাউস নিয়ে নিচ্ছি।
মাউস না হলে না একটু আপনার ডিফিকাল্ট হবে, এটা সবসময় কনভিনিয়েন্ট হয় না।
আবার অনলাইন ছাড়া হবে না সেদিকে।
অনলাইন ছাড়া হয় না।
Dotted identify marks with dotted.
হুম। Over here, it's not coming. I'll check it if it is possible. Otherwise, it may not be possible at this point because now they have incorporated this normal maps, which is just inside, just like your regular maps. Okay. Now, this is one such type of maps that we saw. Okay, sunburst, timeline, and all this. Now, in certain cases, you can also generate a timeline map. What is a timeline map? Timeline map is when you are using any kind of dates and all. For example, I have the sales data over here, right? So what I can do, I can insert like this slicer that we have now. There is a timeline here. Timeline works with okay, the date here. So it will come like a filter condition here. So you can, yes. How do you filter it? Just like you can drag and drop, you can scroll it. Okay. Suppose you want the filter to be reduced. These are just some attractive ways of presenting the same data. Right? Only the blue part of the data will now be displayed. Okay. Now, another type of
Sir, এই টাইমেরটা আনলিস্ট করে দিলে একবার দেখি
sorry,
একবার দেখি দিন টাইমটা করতে দিলে
এই যে ডেট আছে তো
না
টাইমলাইন এই যে এখানে টাইমলাইন
এই রোটা সিলেক্ট করতে
insert হ্যাঁ insert timeline. Go to the data model, you can get the tables, which tables are there, whichever date table that you have. For example, if I select this is table 9. Okay. So when I put the timeline, I will get it from the table 9. So table 9 date. All right.
they show only from table 9.
Yes. So suppose I want the data between the February and, or I want, yes, particular area. So it will display, filter out your data accordingly.
If I want to from 1 to 10 days, that will
Yes.
only 10.
Yes. Okay.
আমরা যাচ্ছি হচ্ছে টাইমলাইনটা
Timeline.
ইনসার্ট
Timeline.
এটার জন্য আমি টেবিলে সিলেক্ট করতে হবে
টেবিলে ক্লিক করে
টাইমলাইন
it will tell you the name of the table actually. Okay.
আগে যে আমি এগুলো দেখা হয়েছিল এই ভিলুকাপ ছিল তো আমি টেবিল দিয়ে বানাতে পারি ঠিক আছে? ব্রাউজিং আমি দেখালাম না যে এখানে আমার ডেট অফ অ্যাপয়েন্টমেন্ট যেটা করলাম লাইন এবার পরের ডেটাগুলোকে আনতে গেলে আমি এটাকে এটা ভিলুকআপে যেতে হবে কিভাবে করবো এটা মানে আমি করতে চাই
আমরা করব, আমরা যখন ফর্মুলা করব
তখন
তখন
এটা
okay, everyone. Now let's look at a data like this. Uh, all of you are probably aware of how the stock market rates and all those vary. So let's say we have some numbers like this, average or maximum, then minimum.
ক্যালকুলেট করলাম না
Hmm? I'm just at random, I'm using the numbers, okay? Nothing specific. You can use a specific numbers also if you want. Like max and min, I have used this.
max sentence
Now, suppose I want to get a graph for January, what I can do is there is something called as spark lines here. Do you see this spark lines? Insert spark lines. In this spark line, I can select my data like this and the insert where the data will be inserted. Then the system will insert a graph inside my cell. Okay. So if you increase the size also, you will get a graph for individual lines. You see here? How you can use this? You can also use this for, let's say, stocks. Let's say different types of stocks are there, Reliance, ITC, Hindustan Lever, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank.
Sir, can you zoom it because it is not showing properly?
My Excel is showing.
Just it is showing, the values are not showing.
Is it better now?
Yes, yes.
Now let's say you want to see the open, high, low, close. Okay. Now here also I can come and insert a slicer. So I put the location range means where it will be inserted. I go to data range and drag the entire data range. And then my graph will be selected. So it shows you the trend of the data. If I drag it now for the other lines, I will get a spark line like this. Got it? Everybody? Now these spark lines, when you click on the spark line, you will get a spark line tab from where you can change the color of these spark lines. You have different styles. You want it orange or you want it in column. So it will show you, it will show you the column format, or it will show you the win loss kind of thing. Win loss, it will not be so very apparent because this is like a very, very small margin. If there was too much of changes, then it would have shown more. Let's say I want this line only and I can select the high point. So it will show me the high point, then it will show me the low point, it will show me the last point. So I can highlight these. I can get markers on my.
Yes, also marked as a color
Correct.
mark to the item.
Yes. So when I do these markers, it will show me the points where the data points actually.
The maximum recording sales down.
Sales up, down, price variation.
Trade markets up.
Yes.
Yes.
You can also have a marker color in some other format, markers, high point, low point in a different color. Suppose you want to highlight it with red or you want to highlight it with yellow.
This is the timeline. No, this is not the timeline. This is
Spark line.
spark.
Understood?
স্যার এই এটা দেখুন কোথাও পছন্দ হবে
এই যে I click on an empty row, cell এ click করলাম, go to insert spark lines.
আর ওই রোটা কপি করে দিতে হবে
না, এটাকে কপি নয়, এটাতে সিলেক্ট করে দিতে হবে
সেভ করে দিতে হবে
and say okay. আর তারপরে just double click, বাকিগুলো চলে আসবে or you can drag it. তোমরা কি কেউ ট্রেনে রয়েছো?
অ্যাকচুয়ালি স্যার আমি স্টেশনের পাশে থাকি
ও তাই জন্য একটু ট্রেনের আওয়াজ।
হ্যাঁ ওই জন্য আমি কি অবস্থা
কোন স্টেশনের পাশে?
বিআরটি
ও বিরাট।
That's why customize.
হয়েছে?
So in that book, everything is written.
Yes.
স্যার হয়েছে
See, you can also have a graph like this. When we do a function, I'll show you. So this one becomes very big actually. It is too big. The problem with these graphs is if you use these kind of functions, it becomes, if the value is very large. So let me divide it by 100, it will become manageable. Yeah. So then See, you can have a graph like this also, where you can use a text of your own to generate the graph. So for that, you can have a formula, REPT. The formula is like this, REPT. What do you want to repeat? Lot of companies you will find they repeat their names, company names, just to highlight something like D. So you will get a graph with D. I know it may not be very important, but sometimes people want to show it as a brand development or something like that. Then you can use these.
For
REPT bracket, say within inverted comma, you can use any text, bar, ampersand, anything.
then bracket close.
Yes. Comma,
Depend on it.
yes.
Inverted comma. Double or single comma.
Double inverted. It can come like this also, like a codification. So if I change my number now from 2475 to let's say 2875, this number will increase. Whereas this one, if I decrease it to 2075, this display will decrease. Got it? So this is another way of generating a graph. Then if you go to this, like I have the font here, if you want to change the font, you will get in different types of font. Okay. Depending on what font you like, you can choose that.
Sir,
Yes.
so like if we work, so we have to write everything.
No, you don't have to write everything. These are like additional tricks that I'm showing you in case you have to do something like this. Most cases you have to do the straightforward things like chart, like we showed you this kind of chart, or at most you might have to do a spark line like this. If you have many company or many people or many employees, students, candidates, then you might have to generate a graph individually. Got it? But
We have to write that things manually.
yes, this graph you will have to generate manually.
And this top one, we have to write it.
Where? Yeah, for this, if you want something like this, I'm using a formula here. Then you will have to write it.
So P by 100.
না এখানে কি হবে কমা নেমের পরে কমা দিন এই যে দেখুন ফর্মুলাটা দেখুন তারপর কাকে ডিভাইড করছেন ওটা 10 দিয়ে করুন বরঞ্চ নালে আপনার নাম্বারটা তো অত হেভি নয় পি কত পি আপনার এখানে দেখুন আপনার পি কত কোনটাকে নিতে চাইছেন
আচ্ছা আমি কোনটাকে এইচ
না না এইচ কেন নেবেন আপনার ভ্যালুটা কোথায় আছে
ভ্যালু হচ্ছে এইগুলোর ভ্যালু
একটা ভ্যালু নিন যে কোনো একটা ভ্যালু
আচ্ছা
ধরুন P3 তাহলে আপনি ওটাকে P3 করে দিন ওই নেমে যান দেখি P3 করুন এন্টার মারুন কি হলো
আসছে না।
আপনার ওখানে চলে গেছে, এটা পি নয় তো, এই আপনার এটা হচ্ছে A3/10, এটাকে A3A করুন, পি এর বদলে এ করে দিন। ও এও নয় তো, সরি সরি, এটা আপনার বি, হ্যাঁ
এবারে নেমে এসে
হ্যাঁ নেমে স্বাধীন আর নামান, ওকে
Yes, sir.
ওকে স্যার।
ওকে।
Yes, sir.
Please practice what we are doing. I'll upload the video also. In case the video is not clear, do let me know. Okay. So, I can try and record. Yes, tell me.
Upload the last.
Yes, I will upload that also. I'll upload that. Thank you for telling me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we'll stop here today. Okay,
So hopefully we'll meet.
next Saturday. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
এবার আমি একটু আটকে আছি, দুদিন ধরে ট্রাই করছি
কোনটা?
এই যে
ঠিক আছে, আমরা